I am Turok. I'm still Turok, apparently. Whoa.
Alright, there we go, that's better. Hi, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm Turok, and I'm your host. And, today we're gonna shoot lots of things with guns. Lots of, dinosaurs and robots, and then eventually more robots with more guns. Overpowered guns. Lots of overpowered guns today. Alright, so last time on Turok we were on level 6, the Treetop Village. Oh god. Oh man. I forgot, like, Turok moves like a boat. Look at that. It's time to get seasick. Well, let's see. I missed... How do I have the last key but not the first two? Or the piece of the gun? What the fuck?! It's got guns on it! Holy shit. Anyway, hello everyone. I have decided that tonight would be a gun night, and Turok is a surprisingly frequent request. Apparently a lot of people have been enjoying the Turok streams, which is a little odd, because I thought people were getting motion sick watching them. But other people are enjoying them, and I'm happy to continue. If... I don't know, this might actually extend into another stream. I might do level 6 and then level 7, and then level 8 will be its own thing. Actually, I think level 8 is pretty much just a boss battle. I don't remember. Anyway, how are you guys tonight? Everyone doing good? How's life? Anyone else still suffering from the holiday blues? I kinda am. You know, holidays are weird for me. But, you know. Still doing pretty good overall. Be happy when the holidays are over, however. I saw Star Wars again today. My friends wanted to see Star Wars, and then a funny thing happened. I'll tell you in just a second. God, I'm about to die. So, me and 3 of my friends, after the studio today, you know, I met up with them at the theater, and we're going in to get our tickets, and 4 other people that we know, 4 of our other friends, are just there. They have tickets for the same night, for the same movie, for the same time, and we ended up finding seats all next to each other, and it was a lot of fun. Just randomly bumped into my friends at the theater. This movie is bringing people together. One forced subplot at a time. Traitor! Am I gonna do a spoiler stream review of episode 7? Yeah, I think I would like to at some point. That was an inevitable death, sadly. Yeah, I was mentioning on my Twitter that the traitor sold Stormtrooper got a lot of applause and people really enjoyed it. Traitor! I didn't realize it had become a meme until recently. And then in the theater, noticing the applause, I was like, oh, it's definitely a meme. I'm not really entirely sure when that happened. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. However, I got a fucking firm kick out of it, and it made me laugh. For anyone who's not sure or doesn't care about Star Wars, there's a stormtrooper that screams traitor, and his designation is TR8/TR8-TOR. And his function is to use like a stun baton weapon in the most absurd and funny way possible, and many gifs have been made of him. So, that's really all it is. But, he got more applause than Princess Leia. The movie held up on my second viewing, and I found out what moments, and whoa, Jesus, they were flying. I found out what moments made me emotional and why. Moments that involved music from the previous movies. Like the theme of the Force theme, or Leia's theme, for example. Those particular musical cues are the things that are what seem to make most people in the theater sniffle or go quiet, myself included. Music.
Very powerful, indeed.
John Williams did a good job. Some of the new themes aren't as instantly memorable, but Rey's theme is pretty badass, and there's a few other songs, and it's a good soundtrack. He did a good job with it. Really happy he's back. Really, really happy John Williams got a chance to score the film. For those who hate Star Wars or are completely indifferent, I would like to apologize on behalf of no one, because Star Wars is awesome and it's fun. And I really enjoy talking about it from time to time. However, I have been talking about it like a lot, and I'll try to just make it a lot instead of a lot. So anyway, guys, that Star Wars book I got, there's some new things I learned. Did you know that C-3PO is human-cyborg relations? Which I'm assuming is some kind of naughty sexual thing, I'm not sure yet. Am I really out of ammo? What do I have? I have, like, a few bullets. How the fuck did this happen? Jesus. Oh, this fucker ain't dying easy. Please die. Thank you. Dead. Oh! Yeah, I like that noise. Pretty sure I did this, and there's nothing left to collect up here, but not having any ammo is a little bit... that's a bit of a death sentence in this game. Here, let's talk a little bit, just to end the Star Wars talk for the night, about the previous films. Yeah, I got everything. God damn it. Did you know that Episode 5, aka Empire Strikes Back, is George Lucas's least favorite Star Wars movie? I don't know the particulars, but that's what I've discovered. In fact, I hope it's not true. But that is so very telling, if that is true. I was watching the fucking, that stuff I linked you guys yesterday, the whole, like, in-depth documentary stuff about the movie, and, like, how it was made, and all everything that went into it. And, like, Anthony Daniels, who's a kind of a egotist, actually, he, and by many accounts, a huge cock, like, to deal with, he was upset that C-3PO didn't have a big role in Empire Strikes Back, and I thought he did. I thought he had a pretty goddamn important part in Episode 5 in Empire. He you know, he drove the plot, he was the comic relief. I don't know, C-3PO seems like a pretty integral part of the movie. Not, like, you know, overly so, but, you know, you can't force a character into every situation, right? Anyway, he said he brought it up with George Lucas. He was like, you know, I need more. C-3PO needs more. And Lucas was like, okay. And In Return of the Jedi, he became a golden god to the Ewoks, who were probably the most annoying things in the entire trilogy, the original trilogy. So, makes sense that C-3PO would be their god. Perfect. Very good. Just a little piece of trivia that you guys might enjoy. I still like Return of the Jedi, I just don't love it. I haven't watched the director's commentary or any of that stuff yet for Jedi, but I will. It's still a good movie, it's just weaker. So, but yeah, having seen the movie again, I'll just go ahead and say it. I really like Force Awakens. Sure, they played it safe, but it's just so goddamn fun to watch. And I'm not gonna see it again until it comes out on Blu-ray, but I'm happy I got a chance to see it twice in the theater. I haven't seen a movie twice in the theater in a very, very long time. I don't even remember what the last thing I saw in the theater twice was. Holy fuck, let me think about this. I'm kinda curious. Now I'm curious. I don't remember what it was. Maybe Dark Knight? How about you guys? What's the last movie? I know the theaters are kind of getting phased out more and more. What's the last movie you guys saw in a movie theater more than once? Aside from Force Awakens. Prometheus. Oh, well, Prometheus was a good-looking movie. Inception. Good choice. It was a good movie to watch twice. There's a lot of different things to catch. Django Unchained, Jurassic World, that one's... Again, Mad Max. The new Mad Max is definitely a good choice to see twice. That's a fucking great movie to watch in the theater. Ah! Thought I was being slick. Sorry. Listen, I have a compressor on, so even if I scream, you're not gonna get, like, the full peaking volume. I mean, it'll sound loud, but it's not gonna be that much louder than this. That's the point of compressor. That's why we have crackles, so that I can do that every now and then, and not completely destroy everyone's, audio equipment and ears. But yeah, you'll probably get a few extra dB. If I do that, so I do apologize if that hurt anyone's life. The Wolf of Wall Street I saw in the theater, that was great. I saw Django in the theater. I think it was... Yeah, it was The Dark Knight. That's the last movie I saw in the theater twice. There was another one that I can't remember, and I won't remember, but... By the way, there's no other movement speed in this game. This is the slowest movement speed I can get. So if it looks like I'm going way too fast, you are correct. Oh, come on, really? Why are you... What are you doing in here, man? No, Space Funeral 2 is not finished. That will happen at a future date. That'll definitely happen at a future date. Maybe sometime later this week. Or perhaps the weekend. But it will happen. I saw all of the Hobbit movies when they first came out, which I don't really have much of an opinion on that right now. The Hobbit was good to watch. It was fun to watch, but it really didn't do a whole lot for me as a Lord of the Rings fan. Didn't blow me away. What else? I don't know, actually. Now I can't think of anything else I've seen in the theater that was oh, Interstellar in IMAX last year. And that was a fucking experience and a half, because the screen was huge. And it just made everything... I'm gonna try to do something here. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Oh. Never mind. See, I see there's more stuff over that way, but I just don't know how to get... You know what? Let me just keep going forward, and hopefully I'll get to where I need to go, wherever that is. Yeah, Interstellar was fucking awesome. That's... I don't have very many Blu-rays. I have the Angry Video Game Nerd Blu-ray because they sent it to me, which was nice. The bonus features were fun. Just to see someone that I respect, you know, for his videos and his sense of humor back in the day. Just to see the process of him fulfilling his dream and making a movie. That was kind of cool. Not a huge fan of the movie, however. And I have Interstellar on Blu-ray. And then the next Blu-ray I'll own will be Star Wars. Oh, Le Cuck? Shrek? Le Cuck? Is that what's going on? Meme rhetoric. Right here! See? Gave it for you. Just went ahead and made your life a lot easier. I smell a cock in the depths of the night. All those buzzwords floating around these days. When did fam become such a huge thing? I thought that was an English thing. Alright, fam. And now it's all over the fucking place. What we're seeing now is the gentrification of the internet, where all cultures mesh into one super culture. You know, this is the first step towards the New World Order, and I think you guys need to be more aware of that and fight it. It's clearly some kind of plot by President Obama, and that needs to be stopped. Thank you. My speech is over. Alright, fam. The worst thing is I started saying brah, ironically, because of how many people, like, around here say it, and now I say it unironically by accident, every now and then, and it's kind of a shame. This is completed. Cool grenade that did nothing. Oh wait, I actually did do something. Don't smack me in the face. Don't smack me in the face. Yes! There we go. Okay, so I didn't miss any keys. I'm still making progress. Where am I going? This game has this really nasty tendency to just put you in front of enemies. Oh, there's There's a thing down there. I don't know if I should go down there. I think I want to. Let's see what's this way first. Fuck! See, this game has a tendency to put you in front of things and just like deal damage. You just get damage dealt to you. Oh man, there's people that don't know what Turok is. Alright, let me explain. Turok is a game based on a comic from, I think, the 60s. That, you are a Native American warrior named Turok. Alright, not to be confused with the Marine, Rambo Turok, who starred in later games, who has no relation to the main character aside from the last name, I'm assuming. Anyway, Turok means son of stone, and Turok is a dinosaur hunter. But yet he also kills men and robots, which I don't think is ever fully explained. Okay, now here's this. There is an evil leather jabroni who is into S&M and bondage, named the Campaigner, and he wears skulls and bones on his person. Turok, for some unknown reason, must set out to kill this leather man. And along the way, he shoots many things over and over again. This game came out in 1997 on the N64. Was pretty revolutionary in many ways for its time. And it just came out on Steam in a remastered edition. It's not an HD edition exactly, but it's remastered and playable. And it's really good. Okay, how about this? My character's name is Snake, and the villain, his name is Skullface. How's that? You know you're a bad guy if you wear skulls in, near, or around anything on your body. If you're into skulls, you have to be a bad guy. I think that really is a trope that needs to be challenged, because good guys can like skulls too. I've been told. How far am I into this game? I am about... I would say about 70% through. 80% almost. Making some pretty good progress overall. You collect keys and pieces of a giant gun, which is actually not mandatory, but we're gonna do it. Oh, fuck off. Okay, now this is a good opportunity to take cover. Your name is Caleb Turok. Space Marine. Dinosaur Hunter. You spend all of your days eating rocks. Alright, and lamenting the fact that your parents named you Caleb. It was the 90s, and it was a thing. You know, it was like almost 2000. And just, I don't know, for some reason parents were naming their kids Caleb. I don't know. And, unfortunately, Turok was never quite happy with the name Caleb. So he decided that he needed to fight. And he got a little edgy. So he just, like, I don't know, chewed on a bone, got out there, and just found employment in the dinosaur hunting field. And then he met up with Chris Pratt, and then they starred in Jurassic World 2. Jurassic Punani. Actually, it was an unlicensed sequel. It was made by different people. I don't know anything about that, really. Just going out on a limb. Caleb. That's alternate pronunciation of Caleb. I'm wondering if there is anyone that prefers Caleb, because it sounds more like Kal-El, which is Superman's name, and I'm wondering if maybe that particular person who wants to be referred to as Caleb just wants to be more like Superman. Still haven't met a Caleb I like. Sorry to all the Calebs out there. But just telling the truth. Prove me wrong, man. Yes, this is my brother Kern, and his brother Caleb. We are the sons of Moog. Kylo Ebb. Oh shit, there you go, that explains it. So I inadvertently described the new Star Wars story. Kylo Ebb. He was born in California. DJ Caleb. Oh fuck, really? This is not the type of enemy I need to be out of ammo on. Alright, well, all the keys are retrieved, but I'm missing the gun. And that's something I think, oh. I am no longer missing the gun. I am missing another gun. There is a weapon over yonder. There's a father over yonder. Oh, come on! God damn it. I just wanted to get on the bridge. That's not. I'm not happy with that. Oh, there it is. You just take the fucking bridge over there. I was wondering how to get over there, and it's really fucking simple. How did I miss that earlier? I guess I didn't see it. I guess that's what happens when you miss something. You didn't. Oh, never mind. No, I'm lying. That's not how you get over there at all. So there's a rocket launcher, I think, over there. And it kinda would be awesome if I could get that before the next level. Email me at this web zone if you know how to get that rocket launcher. Wait, I think I know how to get that rocket launcher. I see something. Do you see that down there? There's some bullshit down there. I don't know what that is. There's like a piece of pizza. I'm gonna save and try my luck by jumping down. Wrong way. Okay, here we go. What the fuck? Is that just a glitch or an oversight? Well, why would there be pizza down there if there's not a pizza party? You see that? Oh, I think they were placed improperly by the level designers. I had never noticed that. I think with the fog on the N64 version, you would have never seen it. Hang on, let's find out. No, you would have seen it. You still would have seen it on the N64 version. What the fuck, man? I don't think it's a troll so much as it's just some level designer was going through the level and placing those pizzas, and they just misplaced a pizza. Oh, well that explains a lot. You fucking just jump up there. I did not think I would be able to make that jump. Just running as fast as I can. Please no. Please leave. That one. Okay. Well, let me save now that I've done this. Never mind that. Why am I still hearing dripping? This isn't necessarily a cave, is it? Love that scream. You get a little bit more speed if you strafe. So I was wondering if maybe I could strafe my way over. Maybe there's... look at that. You sneaky son of a fucking bitch, you. Can we not with these things? Oh, where did you come from, laddie? You weren't there a few minutes ago. No, you weren't, you little dirty cunt bastard. One health. Full health. Alright, oh, mission accomplished, I guess. The next level is... I mean, you'll have noticed less variety in the earlier levels than you probably would want. I mean, you had catacombs, that was a little different. The treetops are kind of lame. I don't really like this level. It's okay. The jungle levels, there's a few of those. There's the ruins, or whatever the fuck that is. So, you know, it's been mostly... like ancient things and caves and things like that, and morgues, and things like you would expect John Turok to go to. However, level 7 is a little bit different, as you'll find out very, very shortly. Oh no, get the fuck off me. Get the fuck. Please fucking leave. Okay, I lied. I want to talk about one more thing. There was like a Scottish dude in Star Wars. Did that take anyone else slightly out of the movie? Like, or is that just something stupid that I was doing? Because I'm like contemplating like how Scottish accents formed in the Star Wars universe. Forget about the English accents, that alone, like I don't even know, like, where did Rey get an English accent from? Whatever, okay, that's weird. But then the Scottish guy's like, Han Solo, let me tell you a little something about intergalactic trade regulations and droid federations. And I was like, where did Lemmy come from? That's a little strange. Really, it did not take me out of the movie. It made the movie 0 out of 10 unwatchable garbage, is what happened. Oh my god, please no. Beatles. Okay, level 7, the level I remember the least. So far you'll notice the intense visual differences. You know, we went from treetops and caves to just plain caves. There's a little more to it than that. What is this? Oh, there's your first robot. Well, I mean, of course they like 3-letter names in Star Wars. It kind of makes a lot of sense if you think about it. I bet you guys want to see what this looks like, right? That only use one of the rockets. Ammo's a bit rare, so unfortunately I can't go full on with it all the time, but it's a really good weapon. Yeah, well, there's a lot of, you know, I wouldn't say 3 letters, it's more about 1 syllable. Which is definitely a conscious thing. But they kind of strayed away from that in the prequels, because I don't think George Lucas really even knew what he was doing. Okay, I'm jumping on that Lucas hate train yet again. I'll just say this, it makes sense to have shorter, one syllable names, because kids. Easier for them to pronounce, easier for them to recognize and remember, and that sells more toys. What do you remember more? Poe Dameron, right? Or Finn, or Rey? 3 letters, Poe, Finn, and then you have Rey, who's, well actually no, that's not true, that's 4 on Finn. Anyway, 1 syllable, right? Okay, let's go back to the 1 syllable thing. And then, do you remember Ki Adi Mundi? I don't. How about Dexter Jetster? Obi-Wan Kenobi was a different, but his, you know, Obi. Is Ben. You call him Ben Kenobi in the A New Hope. Han. Sure, Jar Jar, but that was, you know, we all know that was a misstep. You never repeat the name twice. You never do that, ever. How about C.O. Bibble? Do you remember that guy? How about Cervix Intestine? Do you remember him? From the prequels? I don't. How about Urethra McSpeefla? Space pilot. Okay, alright, fine. Let's, I'm sorry, I'm giving you guys fake names. Let's go back to real names for a second. Queef Madagascar. Possibly the most powerful of all the Jedi. And yet no one remembers her. It's because it's not a memorable name. Master Queef. Who's, do we know who Master Cypher DS is? Because that was a name that was drilled into my head. And I think Attack of the Clones, and I still don't know who that character is. But it was there by Master Cypher DS. That's a real name, I'm sorry. Dexter Jetster is real. Same thing with Cypher DS and Kiadi Mundu. But, now Queef Madagascar is definitely not fake. One syllable. That's a good Star Wars name. One syllable, last name. Oh my god, the fucking raptors guys, look at this. Look at this shit. The raptor's fighting the iguanodon. The raptor has got metal leg and gun arm. That's why this game kicks as much ass as I said it does. You like cervix intestine? That's good. I'm glad you did. Urethra Maguethra. Hang on, we gotta get one more name. Areola Bon Jovi was a Jedi of the First Order. Back when the Order was at first the First Order, and was not yet the Second Order. Someone just said Vinny's gonna get a copyright strike for showing footage of Jurassic World 2. You know it's gonna happen. We already got the Indominus Rex, who is like, you know, smart dinosaur! Next is gonna be cyborg dinosaurs. That's the only place the franchise can go. Oh, you know what? I need to switch from the other side. Little bastards. Okay, I got one more. I'm sorry to do this, but I have one more. Spatula medulla. Alright, it's spelled spatula, but it's pronounced spatula. And he was a general of the Clone Wars. He fought for the Separatist Navy. They actually had, like, boats. Remember the space gondola? It's just like that, but on a larger scale. And with bullets. They're the only, like, what did I call it? The Clone Navy? No. I don't even remember what I call it. I don't care. It's the only ones with bullets in all of Star Wars. The rest of its lasers, they have bullets. Spatula medulla uses a Tommy gun and knives. And a Tommy gun that shoots knives, which, as we know, is the most dangerous weapon in the Rim. Okay, now I'm done. Now I'm done. Have fun making up your own names. Trust me, it's hours of fun. For the first hour. can't fool me, poisonous plant. I know what you're gonna do. That's a man trap. Oh shit, you gotta activate it before you shoot it. You gotta get close enough to make it come alive, like an animated, and then it takes damage. I just wasted so much ammo. Fuck. Oh yeah. Oh, I got the fucking power now, guys. Look at this. I got some rockets. Gonna need them because look at this shit. Dude riding an armored Triceratops with rocket launchers. Still not dead either. Still not dead. Just a bullet sponge. The enemies in this game are really don't require very much strategy, except run around them fast. And they're just bullet sponges. Back in my day, this is how first-person shooters were, and we fucking loved it. Goddammit. Though to be completely fair, that kind of sucked. I just wasted. So how did you do that, Beetle? You should have died. I don't want to get that full health yet. You remember Admiral Bone to Pick? Okay, I'm done, for real. Oh, the fusion cannon. I remember this. Kind of. I thought I had all the weapons already. Oh, man. First-person platforming. Okay, this weapon I'm gonna save for a special occasion. Like right now. You ready? It's a nuke. If that dude was a little closer, it would have killed him too. Do I remember the Sith Lord? What's the Sith Lord's name? I didn't read it. I thought it said Funyun. But, you know what? It is Funyun. I remember the Sith Lord Funyun. He was the first to break the rule of 2 and instituted the rule of 3. It's that you can't have only 2 Funyuns, you have to go for 3 Funyuns. Done for real? Yeah, I remember that. Done for real? That's me, that's my Jedi name. No, really, I'm done for real. For real, right now. I'm not doing any more Star Wars names, you have my word. Which is good for... my word is basically like Monopoly money. It can only be used in very, very specific circumstances. Have you seen Master Funyun lately? He's grown quite withered.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the shooting gallery. Shoot me, yeah, over and over again, yeah.
Hot. I need maximum concentrate when I do stuff like this. speaking of concentrate, you notice how the orange juice you buy at the supermarket is never the same as fresh squeezed orange juice? I mean, I know it's made from concentrate, by the way. How is that for a segue? I know it's not made, it's not like, they're not squeezing oranges to put in the supermarket OJ, but it's just like so acidic and weird. Oh God! You and I are gonna live forever! No! That was my manly voice. Can we not do this? Armed iguana. Look at- oh man, I lost all that health. Fuck. How the fuck do you get up there? I don't care. I thought for sure I had the clearance. So, not only is it a shaman, it's a cyborg shaman. Or it might be a demon, alien cyborg shaman, I'm not really sure. But it's a more powerful shaman. 23 health. I had 250 health less than 2 minutes ago. This fucking grenade launcher does so much damage to me. Okay. I am Tupac! Here, let me do it right.
I am Tupac!
California.
Okay, so... not liking my health. Oh god. Yeah, I wonder if I can make that jump. You know what? There's no risk. Some shotgun shells. Kinda worth it. Though at this point in time, the shotgun is feeling pretty fucking underpowered. You know, I'm probably missing, like, secret areas, too. I know there's secret areas that you can walk through walls. How's that bullshit? You don't see that a whole lot in first-person shooters anymore, do you? You know, like, you have to walk through a wall to get to a secret area. I think, developers kind of did away with that one. Please. Someone in chat said, you can walk through some walls in Fallout 4. Wasn't intended, my friend, but you are correct. How did they just, like, teleported over here real quick? Yo, can you fuck off, plant? Jesus Christ. They do so much damage. What is it? What are you? What's hurting? Okay. Where'd you come from? This game is getting me salty. It happened. It didn't take too long. Okay. Gonna go to the Bone Village. Please don't switch to my most powerful weapon automatically. Okay, box of cocks. Why do you live so much? Why do you have so much life in you? I don't even need to kill the fucker. I really don't. To progress, I don't. I just wasted that much ammo. And now a raptor is shooting me with his gun. This game just doesn't want me to have a good time. I have my ammo is severely limited. I currently have knife, 4 rocket launcher, and a nuke. That's it. Looks like we're gonna be knifing some Tricerati, which is plural of Triceratops, in my imagination. And Bob Ross told me it could be whatever it wants. Get me back up, Chief. I need to go back up. I have unfinished business with things on the surface. Okay, there is no way back up. Aside from forward. Yeah, see you later. This is kind of insane. Just the amount of shit they're throwing at me all at once. There's a checkpoint. I probably missed some important stuff. Like death. Yeah. Nope. Just gonna run. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run past enemies. Over there, there's some. Okay. Let me make sure I got everything. Yep. Well, there's a few grenades in here. That'll help a little bit. Anything else I'm missing over here? Just doing really quick, really quick once over. Did I miss anything over here? That's where I came from. I got everything there. Okay, we're good. Eat my fecal. These were volcanoes. This was the artistic representation of volcanoes back in 1997 and 64 era. Trust me, it was amazing for its time. The implication that these checkpoint totems are some kind of technology is what makes Turok what it is today. A relic. You know, futuristic checkpoint totems just don't work as well. I wonder if the world is ready. Maybe they're testing the waters for a new Turok game in this style. Maybe that's why they're doing these remakes. That would actually be a really smart idea, to see how well these games sell. And if they do good, okay. If they do good, they do more like these. I just found a secret. I was like, wait, why is this lava here? Okay, so now what am I doing here? That's the real question. It's the Chronoceptor piece. It's the final weapon piece. Oh wait, no it's not. It's not the final one. World 8 has the final one. That was reasonably well hidden. I'm surprised I found that on my first try. Oh, yes, jump in the lava, you dirty cunt. Yeah, jump in the lava, yes, yes, yes. Okay. You want to see ridiculously overpowered weapons? Wait until I put this Chronoceptor piece thing together. Unfortunately, without cheats, you only ever use it once, which is on the final boss. So it's a final boss maker easier. To be fair, this nuke you only use a few times too. But you could save the ammo for the final boss, and then that gets ridiculously easy if you just do- oh. God knows I'm gonna need the extra lives. Apparently the Ocarina of Time 3D stream that I did, part 8 of it was removed from the Full Sauce channel or wherever it was uploaded. Might have been on one of Vappy's channels. And I keep forgetting, and people keep reminding me that it's missing. So if you were watching through the Ocarina of Time stuff, I'm not sure why it was taken down, but I will try to... I don't know if I still have it. It's kind of getting more and more difficult to save all of my streams with higher quality settings, because my streams are starting to like... I mean, they've been really, really large video files, always. But, you know, like a 4-hour stream could be like a gig and a half. Now it's like pretty much just, you know, 4 gigs. So it's kind of hard to save streams. However, I think I still have the Ocarina of Time stuff, and I'll have to look and maybe get that online if I can for you guys. Yeah, I mean, I do back them up. I back up usually some of the streams that are like... I don't back... I'll tell you what I don't back up anymore. Like, so for example, this Turok stream, this won't be on my hard drive. Once Vappy uploads it, it will no longer be on my hard drive, because it's just gonna take up too much space. And I was just getting sick of dealing with the external hard drive charade. Vinny, has your editing software ever crashed when you had a lot of work? Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that's the unfortunate reality of working with music or, you know, video editing, is that crashes happen. I mean, even at the studio, we're doing the album, his computer crashes from time to time, like maybe once or twice a day, which is way more than it should be, but that's Final Cut. What does he use? No, he uses Pro Tools. Sorry, that's editing. But yeah, it happens. I've lost a lot of work. But, more on that in a second. Yeah, basically though, it's hard to back all this up, so what I keep, like, the Vinesauce Repainted stream, something like that. Like my Sunday streams I keep. Any of the streams I might eventually edit into a video, I tend to keep those. Oldest stream I have, I think, is Duke Nukem Forever, which looks like AIDS. Oh god, what is this worm? Can I run past it? Yeah, fuck the worm, man. I'm not fighting that. I say, as I get introduced to more worm. kind of crazy how many new enemies this one world introduces. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna do a little research. I have the answer to that person's question. What's the oldest stream you have? It's from Livestream. June 17th. What the fuck? Oh shit. It's Duke Nukem Forever.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Look at this video quality.
Yep, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. You can say that again.
Scratch.
Listen to the audio quality. Listen to the way I speak. I sound like I got a fucking cock in my mouth. Like, really, like, unaffected.
Is like inserting a catheter into your pee hole and then, like, inserting marmalade into the catheter directly into your pee hole.
Oh my god. That's
It's like trying
intense.
to fit a baseball bat through your dick.
Wow, that's some intense shit, Vin. That's almost like Vinesauce Mad Libs. Insert things directly
God, it
into...
sucks.
To be fair, the driving did suck in this game. But yeah, a lot of my old streams, I sound always very just uninterested and very tired. It's because I didn't realize that, you know, I sounded like that. And I didn't have time to change it until a few years later. And when I was like, oh, you know what? I actually want to put a little bit more life into my streams. Even if it's only an extra 10 to 15%. But yeah, look at this driving. That Duke Nukem Forever driving.
Where I was supposed to go.
And this is from June 17th, 2011.
Years ago, and it got a 7. Mandatory driving sequence. Are you kidding me? Make the controls better. Come on.
I'm still bitching.
No indication of where they're shooting me from. That is cheap.
That is cheap. Yeah, definitely. And it's like the same... It's the same me bitching about things. Oh, here's one. Okay, I got one more for you. This is some of the earliest stuff I have, if not the earliest stuff I have. This is from June 18th, 2011. Right here! Hang on, let me get this on the screen. You ready for this? This is when I started saving my streams, I think.
You know the owner pretty well. He's novelties aren't all there.
I remember not enjoying this ice part of the game.
Lost the sphere though. Okay, what's left here? Oh, ouch. No. Alright, I got 3 pillars. I didn't mean to do that.
Look at that.
Believe
Delicious.
in me who believes in you.
Memes.
It fucking disappeared.
Wow. It's a trip down memory lane.
Grindin'.
Listen to that static. That was a constant. So, I mean, for any of the audio problems I have now, listen to this. Listen to just the constant hum. It's like I'm on the fucking Enterprise. Space. My final frontier.
pee.
So, I mean, the streams look a little bit better, and they sound a little bit better, too. Thank God. But yeah, I streamed Final Fantasy X. This was my first time playing Final Fantasy X, and I did not particularly love it. For those that say they want me to upload those streams to Full Sauce, probably not. I don't have all the parts, so you're gonna get, like... That's the other thing, too. I didn't record all of the streams. You know, I remember going through that folder and noticing that, like... Sorry. Noticing that... Oh, fuck. Noticing that parts were missing. And I'm sure it's cringy. I'm sure I was, you know, talking about stupid shit. I'm sure there's things that... You know, I might have... probably not wanted to stream. But I did anyway. There's probably a number of reasons why I wouldn't want to have that necessarily uploaded in full. That said, if I manage to find some decent one-offs, I'll try to get those uploaded. Usually when I go to a convention for a few days, I send Vappy like a little care package of some old streams, and we can have those as Vine classics. But I'll take a look through. You know, never say never. I don't know why people would want to see this crap. I don't think it's that interesting. But maybe there's something in there. What else? What is this whole sequence then? I just... Is there something up there? I gotta get... You know what? Someone just had a good idea that I'm gonna take a step further. What the fuck was that? The good idea was, what if I dub all of my old streams? Like, get someone to, like, overdub them in Spanish? And just, like, copy my vocal affectations? And just do all of the stream, the whole stream, word for word in Spanish. Perfect. Think I'm lost? Come away with me to a world of pure imagination. Oh, I'm not lost. I'm actually... I thought that was the way back to where I started. Fuck off, alien. It's a lot of things firing at me. So in essence, I may have, basically, to go back to where I was a little while ago, I may have that Ocarina of Time stream. I'm gonna look for it, because I'm not sure why it's not there. But I'm sorry to say that this could happen in the future. You never know. The YouTube videos are basically, they exist in this weird ether, you know, where anything could happen. it's never, like, quite a guarantee that the YouTube video will stay up. I mean, how long will YouTube stay up? Until the end of time? Until the end of humans? At what point is a law introduced giving people who made these games the ability to just take down any footage of it that's unauthorized? Which I'm pretty sure they could just do anyway. The Roman Empire will never fall. How could it? I mean, we're descended from the Atlanteans. It's been here for hundreds of years. It will never fall. We've got aqueducts. Have you seen the aqueducts? They're crazy. Shit cray. Anyway, look at all these new enemy types. Again, it's fascinating to me how you go through some of the first few levels and it's just dinosaurs and men. Like and a scant few dinosaurs at that. And then you get to like... Fuck. You get to like World 7 and the number of enemies that you could potentially face off against doubles. Okay, these dudes are pretty much just copies of some of the humans, but cyborg. So that's, I would say that almost doesn't count. But, I mean, modified raptor, that's a new enemy. I mean, sure, it's a modified raptor, but it's also kind of a new enemy. I am so afraid I want to jump in there and get that health, but... got a bad feeling about it. I was kind of hoping I could get a save point first, and then try to make that jump. Gonna press onward, and if I really lose a lot of health, I'm gonna make the jump. Just because fuck it, nothing left to lose. It's a shame the alien blaster and all these other fucking guns are just garbage. Pulse rifle is the only energy weapon I think that's even worth a damn. It's the most ammo efficient. Does that look like a fucking jump I could make? Oh my jeez. Oh my Jesus.
Oh my Jesus! Oh my Jesus! Oh my Jesus!
In that song, why does Robert Plant not say Jesus most of the time? He's just saying Jesus. He goes,
Oh my Jesus!
did it. It was possible. All I had to do was believe. Fuck you! It looks further away than it is. He's avoiding copyright infringement? Is that what that is? Against the Holy Roman Church! My compressor ain't compressing. Is it really, does it spike a lot? I'll have to take a closer look at the limiter and compressor if it's not doing its job. I know I said church very loud, but if it, you know what, I'll review the footage. Like the JFK tape. Remember how they reviewed that footage? And they determined that there was no foul play and everything was okay? I'll be the, that committee. What did they call the committee? That looked into the Kennedy assassination and totally wasn't paid by or paid for? You know, and provided by the US government anyway. Back and to the left. That is a conspiracy, I think. I don't really have too many doubts. Something fucky went on there. I mean, sure, you can believe every word of the truth. You know, that good old-fashioned government tells you. For the Kennedy assassination if you want, but I personally like to be a little bit more like Fox Mulder in that particular case. Speaking of Fox Mulder, did you guys see the X-Files 22-minute making of promotional video that was just released? For the new series. Well, I mean, if you're an X-Files fan, you probably might have seen it. Then again, not everyone's an X-Files fan. It looks really good, is what I'm trying to say. And I am very, very excited for new X-Files. It looks like they nailed it. David Duchovny's face is probably the only thing that doesn't quite work for me. Everything else is fine. It's just he can't make the same Mulder expressions. Alright, David, well, thank you for coming to the auditions. Everyone give a round of applause to David Duchovny for coming back and reprising his role as Fox Mulder. Excellent, everyone clap. Thank you. Thank you, David. It's a pleasure to have you back. We're all looking forward to working with you. David, could you read the line on page 13? Scully, I know what I saw. I saw what I saw. It was the truth. That's what I saw. Great. David, can you make your face move a little bit more during that one particular line delivery? Can your face be a little bit more animated? Alright, try page 36. Scully, I swear there was a conspiracy. Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy. He didn't kill JFK. The aliens did because he was trying to get missiles out of Cuba. Alright, well, you know, David, obviously, you know the character, but your face doesn't seem to remember it quite as well. Can you, like, not be as old? Is that possible, David? Could you maybe, like, scale back the old and deliver the line, I don't know, like you would have 15 years ago? Sure, Chris, I guess I'll do that. Thanks, David. Just really, really hoping you could take care of that for me. You know, Harrison, we really like what you've done on the previous movies as Han Solo, and super excited to have you back, and I just want you to know I'm a huge fan, but you know, you did the lines great, but could you just not do them as old? I don't listen to young upstart directors. I deliver the lines how I want. But Harrison, you don't actually sound like that when you're talking to me. You know, like when you're talking to the cast and crew, you sound pretty... You sound, you know, more like you did... You know, like yesterday you sounded really young, you sounded really good. Can we get more of that? No. I gotta say though, he did sound pretty... He did do a good job in Force Awakens. It was nice to see Harrison Ford really, get back into the role. Listen, I thought, despite the old, I thought he did really good. He played an older Han Solo, and he did a good job with it, and he still did, it was Han Solo. It wasn't Harrison Ford playing Han Solo, he was Han Solo. I liked what there was a few moments that were a little odd, you know, as the rust, I suppose, was knocking off. But I think he did a great job. I think David Duchovny's gonna do a great job too. Scully. I think this is a boss fight. Oh, I don't know. I think Carrie Fisher did her best. They didn't give her too many lines. She drugs and alcohol or a motherfucker. Oh, fuck. Guys, I missed a key. God damn it. Ready for one of my famous speed runs? It sucks. I don't know where I missed this key. And this is a long level too. So let me nerd out about the X-Files for a minute, because you know, when you stream, you know, I like to have like a bit of a radio rule, which is too much silence isn't good. I mean, I like to think I know when to shut the fuck up, but you know, on radio it's like you're not supposed to be quiet for more than like 5 seconds. That 5 seconds is a death sentence on terrestrial radio, actually. But it's a little different because you got visuals, you got music. I can shut the fuck up for quite a while if I wanted to. That said, I'd like to just kind of whatever's on, you know, whatever's on my mind, whatever random shit I'm interested in, I like to talk to you about. Helps keep things moving. So, this 22-minute X-Files thing, which you could probably look up, I think it's just on the X-Files YouTube channel. It is really cool. It looks really great. And it looks like they nailed the tone of the show. And Darren Morgan, who is my favorite X-Files writer, is writing an episode. Darren Morgan wrote 2 of the best episodes of the series, maybe 3. He wrote War of the Cockrophages, I think is how you pronounce that. He wrote Humbug, Jose Chung's From Outer Space, and Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose. And his episodes are more humorous, they're more funny. He's really fucking good with that. So, they got him for 1 episode. And the show is gonna be like... You know, I don't know if people realize the importance of what the X-Files did for TV. I don't want to overstate it, but it definitely pushed the medium forward in a lot of ways, because there was mythology, which is what they call it. The mythology was basically a continuous story about the alien plot, right? And, you know, maybe, I would say 1/3 of the whole series, maybe a little bit more, was devoted to a continuous story. So not like just 1 or 2 parters, but stuff like we see today. And that is the kind of shit that didn't work so well in the early 90s, because people had to catch the previous episode to understand the next episode, which is why shows like Star Trek The Next Generation, it was just like there's a reset button, more or less. And TV was kind of, well, you could watch it whenever you want and you'll get a full experience out of it. And the X-Files had those too, the standalone episodes, but they also had the mythology episodes, which really... Some people don't like it as much. I like it. I think they did a good job with the overarching story, which was never quite resolved. So I'm hoping they get some headway made in this new series. And yeah, I think, it kind of helped push TV into the direction where it's at now, where there's a continuous story. Everyone's saying we're like the golden age of TV. You know, it's funny because Netflix pushed Bill Burr with his show, his cartoon F is for Family. He wanted to just do reset button, standalone episodes, watch any episode and you're good to go. And instead, Netflix was like, hey, fuck you, Billy Redface! No. Serialized. And that's what they did. They went to a serialized format, which I think that's the right word for it, which is basically, you know, week to week, you get an overall, like a story, like Game of Thrones, the way Game of Thrones does it. So, yeah, that's the way TV is now. People kind of expect that overall story. They want it. How the fuck do I get up there? Hang on a minute, I'm just noticing something. Basically, X-Files kind of started doing that. Star Trek Deep Space Nine did that, but to less successful there we go. Less successful results. People weren't quite ready for it. It's like you had to- oh wait, no, that wasn't it. This is a timed switch. What are you- Dinosaur, please. I'm trying to tell people things. Because they're probably sick of watching this level over and over again. This is an elevator or something. There it is, you son of a- you motorboat and son of a bitch. So, X-Files had both the mythology and the standalones, and this new series is 6 episodes. They're doing 3 mythology, 3 standalones. Which is the perfect ratio, I think. So you're gonna get a monster of the week, and then you're gonna get some overall story. I think it's gonna be fantastic. You know, they got the original writers. The only one that they don't have, who I would love, is Vince Gilligan, who was the guy behind Breaking Bad. You know, that little show that some of you may have heard of as being one of the best TV shows in the past 10 years. Yeah, that dude wrote for the X-Files. Which is just another reason why the X-Files is so goddamn amazing. The level of talent on that show. Fuck it. Fuck! Okay, I'm happy again. I got the key. So, yeah, very, very excited. That's really all there is to that. Stabbing the shit out of this dinosaur. I don't even give a fuck. Yeah, Star Trek Deep Space Nine started out as a Monster of the Week thing, and then they went for a more overarching story. And that was the late 90s. So that's after the well, during the X-Files, and yeah, actually Deep Space Nine could fit inside the entirety of the X-Files run. It didn't hit me until just now. For some reason I thought it was after. But they started doing that, like, around the time it worked more for the X-Files. But Deep Space Nine never really took off for audiences. The ratings were never that amazing for that show. Which I think is the result of people not being able to catch that story every single week, you know, and get everything. Now it's a lot easier. You can TiVo shows, you can DVR them, you can watch them on demand, you can pirate them. Or if you're like me, you could just watch Netflix. Remember TiVo? Yeah, I don't either. I did it, guys, finally. No, not yet, no, I need to save! Guys, is this a whole level? I didn't realize that putting the key in was gonna fucking put me on a one-way collision course. Sweet God, dear fucking God Almighty! Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, this is, if this is a full level. I thought it was just the boss fight, to be honest. I'll get to the first save point. And then next that'll be a whole other stream. Who would build something like this? This whole facility of electric and metal. What's the point? God. Oh, this is a little bit crazy. Just a little bit crazy. Yeah, now I remember. I remember this cave. It took the cave. Oh yeah, no, this was a pain in the ass level. There's a bit to this. Look at that cheap shit. You cheap motherfuckers. Look at you cheap little fucking motherfucker aliens. My name, Turok. Only shoot alien. Fight Los Angeles. They kill Baby Turok. Baby Turok dead. Baby Turok. Baby Turok. Oh. Baby Turok. Bartender, do you have the Turok shot? Fuck you. No, I didn't think... I was going to play Fallout after this game, but now it's like... The future of Fallout is slightly unknown. I'll probably end up playing it anyway, but... I didn't realize this... I just wanted to get to the save point. Man. I didn't realize how long level 7 was gonna take. Okay, I'm dead. Look at that, it brought me back to level 7. How is that for some shit? I guess I could save now. Yeah, I think Fallout is just still gonna happen. We could do a little Fallout. Yes, I agree. The Fallout video was really, like, Southbird did a really good job putting all those moments together. He made me actually seem funny. That is not an easy thing to do. I've spent years trying to make that happen, and I can't. Southbird made me actually funny in that video, and his editing was pretty on point. Alright, well, I saved, so we're good. Alright, well, level 8 will happen. I don't know when it'll happen, but it will happen on a separate stream.
I am Turok. I am Turok. I am Turok.
Alright, so why don't we take a few minutes, grab a drink, drain the lizard, and I will be back with maybe 45 minutes to an hour of Fallout 4. So it'll be a shorter Fallout stream tonight, but we'll make some progress. Stick around, I'll be right back.